Man, picture this. You're knee-deep in the mud of some forgotten backwoods trail, rain pounding the roof like it's got a personal grudge, and your family's grinning, ear to ear, because the rig you re-in just laughed off that rut like it was a pothole on Main Street. But here's the gut punch most adventure-ready SUVs out there. Total posers, that'll strand you with a busted axle and a dead battery before the fire's even lit. Stick with me for the next 18 minutes, cause I'm about to unload 12 battle-tested beasts that won't quit on your family camping quests. And yeah, I'll cap it with a wild card tease that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about reliable rides. Welcome back to Gearhead Garage, where we don't just talk torque, we live it. From greasy shop floors to starlit campsites, I'm your host, Jocks, the guy who's swapped more CV joints in the dark than most folks change tires. If you're new here, hit that sub button. We drop unfiltered truths on wheels that actually work for real life, not showroom fluff. Alright, let's roll. Kicking off with number 12, the Subaru Outback. Call it the Swiss Army knife of the woods. Remember when Subarus were just quirky rally cars nobody took seriously? Fast forward to 25, and this bad boy's evolved into a family hauler that shrugs off gravel like an old boot. I once hauled my brother's clan plus a leaky canoe through a nor'easter up in Maine. That symmetrical AWD gripped like a bad habit, and the boxer engine hummed along at 28 mpg highway, sipping fuel while bigger trucks guzzled. Cargo, flip those seats flat, and you've got 75 cubic feet for tents, coolers, the works. It's not flashy, but it'll outlast your grandkids' stories around the fire. Pro tip, slap on some all-terrains, and it'll sneak you into spots where Jeeps fear to tread. Sliding up to 11, the Honda CR-V Hybrid. Honda's been building indestructible boxes since the Civic was a Econobox dream, but this one's got soul. That 2.0-liter four-banger paired with electric assist. Silky smooth. Pushing 40 mpg combined without breaking a sweat, perfect for those marathon drives to Yellowstone when the kids are whining about snacks 5 minutes in. I tested one last summer, folding the rear like origami for a queen-size air mattress setup. Slept like a rock while coyotes howled outside. Ground clearance hits 8 inches, enough for light trails, and the Honda Sensing Suite. It's like having a co-pilot who actually pays attention. Underrated gem. The walkaway autolock saved my bacon when I forgot to hit the button after a midnight pit stop. Number 10. Ford Bronco Sport. Oh, Ford, you sneaky devil, taking the Bronco name and shrinking it into this pint-sized terror that equal parts city slicker and trail bandit. Echoes of the original '81 Bronco, that boxy brute that conquered Baja, but tamed for soccer moms with a wild streak. The 1.5-liter EcoBoost Turbo kicks out 181 horses, zipping you up inclines while the GOAT modes goes over any type of terrain, let you dial in sand, mud, or rocks like you're tweaking a guitar amp. Loaded mine with kayaks, a rooftop tent, and enough firewood to build a bonfire for the whole campground. Towed a pop-up trailer, no problem, at 2,000 pounds. It's got that retro vibe too. Fire up the Sasquatch package, and you're channeling pure 70s off-road poetry. 9 goes to the Toyota 4Runner. If reliability had a face, it'd be this grizzled vet. Toyota's been churning these since '84, back when mullets were mandatory. In the 25 models, no-nonsense, V6 body on-frame build laughs at potholes that'd swallow lesser rigs. I remember my uncle's 98 still kicking after 300,000 miles. Dense like badges of honor. 5th-gen vibes carry over. 270 horses, 9.6 inches of clearance, and crawl control that makes steep switchbacks feel like a Sunday stroll. Family camping. Lock the diffs. Pack the third row for the teens, and you've got 90 cubic feet of don't worry about it space. Surprise twist, that available KDSS suspension. It firms up for highways but goes floppy for trails. Like a chassis with a split personality in the best way. 8th spot, Chevrolet Tahoe. Big, bold, and built like a brick outhouse. This full-sizer has been the king of American haulers since the 90s. Suburbans were basically school buses on steroids. Diesel option in the 25 Genius 28 mpg highway while towing 8,400 pounds of camper glory. Drove one cross-country last fall. Kids sprawled in the captain's chairs with DVD screens glowing. Me nursing 420 horses up the Rockies without a hiccup. Magnetic ride control smooths out washboard roads like butter, and the cargo bay. Swallow a whole race door. Heartbreaker fact, it's got more airbags than a parachute factory. But that optional Super Cruise hands-free driving lets you sip coffee while the beast pilots itself to the trailhead. 7. Kia, or your Dekirs. Crashed the luxury party uninvited, and this 3-row monster's the reason. Started as a budget bomber in 20. Now it's slinging premium leather and highway manners that'd make a Benz blush. 291 horse V6. AWD standard on higher trims, and 5,500 pounds. Towing for your teardrop trailer dreams. I camped with one in the Smokies Highway, quiet as a library. Then it clawed through leaf-strewn paths with self-leveling air suspension. Inside, symphony-grade sound, ventilated seats for sweaty hikes, and enough cubbies to hide every kid's iPad. Wild insight that highway driving assist predicts traffic jams like a psychic, easing off the gas before you even curse the brake lights ahead. 6. Jeep Grand Cherokee. Jeep's crown jewel, born from the '91 ZJ that redefined go anywhere with its unibody swagger. 25 edition amps, it with a Hurricane inline-6 option, mild hybrid punch at 375 horses, sipping 22 mpg while flexing quadralift air suspension for 10.9 inches of gunny-wear clearance. Towed my buddy's overland rig through Utah Slick Rock, that electronic limited slip diff danced like a pro. Family perks, quad zone climate keeps the peace, and the Macintosh stereo turns campfire sing-alongs epic. Offbeat nugget, plug in the V2L outlet to power a blender for margaritas under the stars civilization where there AIUNT. None, halfway there. 5. Toyota Highlander Hybrid. Toyota's efficiency wizard, tracing roots to the Uno Kluger that proved hybrids could haul without drama. 25's 2.5-liter setup nets, 36 mpg, towing 3,500 pounds easy, with a cabin so plush you'd swear it's a minivan in disguise. Loaded for deep for a Boundary Waters trip. That predictive AWD anticipated every slick log like it read the map. Fold flat third row. Instant fort for the little ones. 84 cubic feet for gear hulls. Fun fact, Toyota's Safety Sense 3.0 uses radar that spots deer before you do. Saved my hide once at dusk, when antlers flashed like headlights. 4. Subaru Forester Wilderness. Subi's rugged runt evolved from the '90s all-wheel cult classics that turned soccer fields into rally stages. 25 Wilderness trim, ups the ante with 9.2-inch clearance, all-terrain rubber, and a 2.5-liter boxer growling 182 horses. I bushwhacked to a Cascades Alpine Lake. Waterfording up to 27 inches, no sweat, while the Starlink roof rails carried a Thule box stuffed with freeze-dried feasts. Eye-opener, that X-mode with hill descent. It's like autopilot for anarchy, letting you focus on spotting elk instead of white-knuckling the wheel. 3. Ford Explorer Timberline. Ford's midsizer with a lumberjack soul, nodding to the '90s Eddie Bauer editions that were basically station wagons on stilts. 25's 3.0-liter EcoBoost V6. 400 horses of fury. 5,600-pound tow rating for hauling pop-ups like luggage. Trail-tested in the Ozarks Haas 2.0 suspension 8 boulders. Modular cargo floor swapped for muddy boots in seconds. Looks touches like massaging seats. Reward after a day of chopping wood. Secret sauce. The 360-degree camera shows underbody scrapes in real time, so you park that undercarriage kiss goodbye. 2. Chevrolet Suburban. The granddaddy, stretching back to 35 when it was a woody wagon for the stars. 25 diesel, 460 horses, 33 mpg highway, towing 8,300 pounds without flinching. I packed 8 souls plus a generator for a Badlands blowout. That Duramax hummed, eternal, independent rear suspension gliding over prairie dog towns. 144 cubic feet, Max Cargowitz a rolling warehouse. Jawdropper, the available 15-inch head-up display projects, trail maps, so you're navigating without fumbling the atlas. And drumroll. Number 1, the hidden gem I've been dangling, the 2026 Mitsubishi XFORCE. Wait, what? Mitsubishi? Yeah, brother, the underdog that's about to flip the script. Launching late 25, in spots like ASEAN, hitting US shores mid-26. This subcompact crossover's built on the expander bones but punches like a Rally Evo price. We're eyeballing $28,000, $32,000 base, undercutting CRVs while slinging a 1.5-liter turbo-mild hybrid for 170 horses and 35 mpg whispers. Features: active yaw control for drift-proof trails, 8-inch clearance that sneaks past foresters, and a cabin with wireless charging that doesn't quit. Release predictions: Thailand's HEV variant drops March 25. Full US rollout by Q3 26 with PHEV teases. I spied a prototype last month, grippy as hell, on wet switchbacks. Room 4.4 plus gear without feeling in tight. It's that old school Mitsubishi grit, reborn for families who crave adventure without the bankruptcy. Worth it? Hell yes. If you're betting on the comeback kid, there you have it. 12 rigs that turn your camping trips from survive to thrive, each with a heartbeat of history and a promise of miles untold. But here's the kicker that keeps me up at night. In a world racing toward electric everything, will these gas-guzzling legends fade, or will they roar on as the soul of the open road? Drop your take in the comments. What's your family's go-to beast, and why? Smash like if this fired you up, sub for more raw wheel wisdom, and share with that buddy eyeing a lemon. Drive safe out, their engines off, stories on. Catch you next haul.